No, 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 no.
Stay savage, your boy ShinoBeenTrill was popping. Today we are back, and this time we're going to talk about Boruto and Kawaki a little bit. I know I've been talking about these guys a lot, but honestly, is this so much to think about? And we didn't really get too much of anything new in the new recent episode of Boruto. Like, if you watched the anime, you saw it was about the rivals and stuff like that. It wasn't nothing too major. It was something that we all got a reminisce vibe, because we see Boruto and Shinki kind of have this thing going on. But like, if you look at Shinki, he reminds me of like a mature Gaara. And it's really weird because when we first seen Gaara introduced, he wasn't on some help people type shit. You know, he wasn't trying to, you know, stop the confrontation that didn't have to be unless like something was going on in terms of them fighting. But we saw Gaara like just more so just trying to fight and kill, versus Shinki intervening and like keeping this man Boruto in check. So, you know, obviously we knew all this type of stuff was going to start to pan out, because you know they're going to go in more detail with the way the anime goes compared to how they did the movie, because the movie was like kind of short based. You know, they only had a certain amount of time to pack everything into there, so now they could give like the anime some longevity with that scene and like add little new features and snippets in there, basically showing how Shinki and Gaara kind of connect. Like showing how Shinki and Boruto could connect, how Naruto and Gaara kind of did, but Naruto and Gaara's was more like intense, you know what I'm saying? So looking at this boy Kawaki and looking at what we know from like the recent chapter of Boruto, we see that they both have the seal. That's something that's more so emphasized on when we talk about this. Like, we talk about the seal so much that we forget that these two are going to develop a friendship. Like, we're going to start to see like Boruto character development change, you know, outside of the power-ups and outside of the boost that he may or may not get. We're going to see Boruto start to grow up, and we're going to start to see him come across a dilemma where he's going to either have to choose hanging out with his friend Kawaki or, you know, betraying the village. And I think it's going to be due to something with Kawaki's memories. Maybe he's going to remember stuff about the Kara, maybe he's going to remember stuff about his past life, and he's going to want to go revisit that. And, you know, he's going to think that's the reason why he was part of the Kara, and he's going to start to think, you know, these are the right ways to think. And I think he's going to push those ideals on Boruto, and that's what's going to affect Boruto a lot in the long run. And then that's when we're going to see Boruto, you know, start to sway. And I think Boruto and Kawaki is something that we're going to need as a key element in terms of their friendship, because this is going to help Boruto understand his seal a little bit more, as well as want to reach out and use it. Because without Kawaki actually being around, you know, we don't really get any insight on the seal, or without Kashi and Koji saying anything about the seal, we don't know anything about it. So like, this is like that major factor that we need for Boruto. You know, Kawaki is going to be that main ingredient that unlocks that power and that potential, and which will later pop in when we start to see things about the Jogan. Because you guys know, when we saw Boruto and Kawaki get ready to throw down, these boys, you know, was releasing their powers and their seals and shit, we saw Boruto activate the Jogan, which everybody thought to believe was the Tenseigan until we got a proper name from the boy Toneri. And with the introduction of Kawaki finally being set in stone with a proper reveal that's coming up in the recent chapter, which is going to be chapter 24, we're going to get the true identity of Kawaki, or maybe some insight about his past and the backstory. You know, we're going to start to maybe see things about Toneri Otsutsuki, as well as like the other Otsutsuki members that we haven't seen, because we're going to start to get information and keys to what the Kara know and how they was able to stumble across this power. Now, I think one thing is a little odd that we got the Utsutsukis like introduced early on in the Boruto anime, the Boruto manga essentially, but like as it progressed and we start to see more things about the Kara, and we start to see more things about Kawaki, you know, we started to get a little insight about like the future and the vessel and shit like that before the recent chapter came out, before Kawaki was actually shown. You know, we're starting to get this Utsutsuki thing, but like, I feel as though like the Utsutsukis, right, with the movie we saw that they were supposed to be a main branch. I feel as though this is going to be like the second phase of Boruto. Boruto is going to have this trial and tribulation that goes on with Kawaki, which allows him and Kawaki to become friends kind of on the Sasuke Naruto level. And I think even though Mitsuki is supposed to be there as that quote-unquote moonlight, and he's supposed to be the sun, you know, with the sun and moon seal, I feel as though the bond between Boruto and Kawaki are going to grow greater, because I think they're going to understand each other a little bit more. And, you know, maybe Kawaki has a past that is similar to Boruto's or something like that, or maybe it's even just the fact that, you know, Kawaki was created as a synthetic human. It could be a lot of different variations of things, but we're going to see that Boruto is going to relate a lot more to Kawaki than he relates to anybody else, which is causing him maybe to go rogue, because, you know, he does have the headband with the line through it. A lot of people suspect respect that is Sasuke headband that he gave to him, and you know that he kept. But I mean, to his own degree, you know, we may or may not see that, but it's just like an indication that maybe Boruto will go rogue or he won't go rogue. It's something that we're gonna see pop up in the series. And like, honestly, a lot of people in the comment section are wondering if Boruto is gonna go rogue, and a lot of people do want to see Boruto go rogue to the degree where, you know, you get to see him and Kawaki kind of go on these bro adventures, and then, you know, they just start to see a lot of different shit, and they start to, like, you know, fall into play with, you know, trying to add a little bit of like their own lifestyles and add a little bit of what's going to happen in, like, you know, in terms of fighting or what paths they're going to choose down, and like they're going to be the ones that dictate what they do instead of this thing forced upon them. Like, we saw something that was always forced upon people in the Naruto world, was the like becoming a ninja. Now we're in this era of peace, you know, you don't necessarily have to be a ninja, you know what I'm saying? And that's probably what Kawaki is going to be pissed off about. He's probably going to be upset that he was forced into being a ninja, and ninja, all they do is cause problems. Then he's going to probably reflect about the, you know, the great wars and shit like that, talk about all the destructions in the past. And, you know, Boruto is somebody that's not familiar with war, so he not necessarily one that's about that, because, you know, as you guys saw with the Mist Village with Kagura and shit like that, you know, you saw Boruto who didn't want any of that to go on. Boruto was more trying to get peace. Like, the only thing Boruto saw in being a ninja was just to prove to his dad that he was strong, that he was his own person, he wanted to be super cool and get accepted. Boruto didn't necessarily become a ninja to become a ninja, you know what I'm saying? Boruto became a ninja because he saw it as a trend. On top of that, he was kind of forced into it, just kind of like Shikadai and the rest of the game. And then we see Shikadai and Inojin, you know, they kind of got forced into it from their parents and shit like that. You know, you saw Tamari was basically making Shikadai go and take the fucking classes, as well as, you know, Ino was kind of making him do it for the sole sake of, like, you know, competing with everybody else's kids. And then on top of that, you know, we see everybody like forcing Inojin and Shikadai into the, with Chocho, with the fucking Ino Shikacho, because it's like tradition, so they're like getting pushed into it early on, you know what I'm saying, because of their parents, because of their legacy. And so, like, you know, they probably gonna feel as though at some point or another that this was ideals was pushed on them, you know what I'm saying? And that's probably one of the things that's gonna trigger Boruto, and Boruto is gonna be like, the only reason I even became a ninja was to prove to my dad that I was strong, and to get accepted by other people. That way people wouldn't constantly compare me to him or say I'm the Hokage's son. And I feel like Kawaki is gonna be the person that opens that door and starts to feed those seeds into Boruto's head, which allows him to go down that path. Now, one thing that we know for certain is if Kawaki is somebody that's with the Kara, maybe he's going to start to get memories of his seal, and he's going to start to learn the secrets of his power and shit like that. Or maybe he might even let Boruto know, like, if you go back to the Kara, you can learn the secrets of the seal, you can learn the secrets of this power, and you can even, like, show your family the potential and show them that power and show them how great you can take it, which allows Boruto to want to sneak off, Boruto to want to go back to the village, Boruto want to go ahead and try to get that power. And, you know, he's probably going to leave with the boy Kawaki, and then eventually he's going to find out that the ideals of the Kara may not be the same as his, may not be what it like pans out. But it's like we see Kawaki being that factor that's going to basically be that one major key that allows Boruto to unlock this power that we know as the Karma Seal. And we're going to know that this is going to be the person that puts Boruto to test, which allows him to unlock this even further. And it kind of sucks that we see the whole entire Hidden Leaf Village destroyed again, kind of on some pain shit, but like it's on like a more modern level. And it's like, damn, you know, we watched all this age of peace, and now this same village that, you know, fought for this peace and did all this shit is gonna crumble due to like few ideals of a few bunch of kids. And it's like kind of weird because, like, if you look at Boruto right now, Boruto just had a birthday, so that means he's like roughly 12 years old. You know, the movie says that Boruto is 12 when the events of the movie take place. So if you're looking at the anime, everything that's taking place in the anime right now, Boruto is like 12 years old. So the events of Kawaki are like 4 years in advance, you know what I'm saying? You still got 4 years of like Boruto's progression and his life changing and shit like that. So we don't know how all this is gonna plan out for certain. It's just more like speculation, theories, and discussions and shit like that. You know, I'm always trying to figure out and like think about like what's gonna happen for the next patch of Boruto, because like when they give you the manga and shit like that, they give you like this direct information, and then they kind of leave it short. They leave little subliminals, and once you like talk about them so much, you know, they're all exploited, you know. And right now I'm still kind of pondering, and the fact that the manga is like not weekly, you know, it's once a month, you're always just sitting there constantly thinking what's going to happen next, and then it puts yourself into a state of wanting to talk about it. And that's why I always go to the channel. So if you guys are excited about today's video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for daily content. If you guys have your own personal thoughts and personal opinions, make sure you leave those in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching the video. You know, we're gonna be upping the content. I'm still working on like getting into the other animes and shit like that. Of course, it's all gonna come. It's just like a matter of setting it up. This is a process right now, you know, because like this green screen shit, all this shit is new to me, you know what I'm saying? But at the same token, you know, I'm trying to basically make everything really nice and try to have some better quality for the like franchise and, you know, try to get better things going on for the branding and shit like that. So with that being said, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for future videos or topics regarding Boruto, Naruto, Next Generations, make sure you leave those in the comment section below. And until next time, see you guys later. Boise!